you've been wronged. Someone cut you off in traffic. A coworker took credit for your work. A friend betrayed your trust. And now, you want revenge. You want them to feel what you felt. You want to see them suffer. You want to balance the scales. This is the urge for revenge. And it's one of the most powerful, most primal, and most dangerous emotions you'll ever feel. But here's the thing. Revenge isn't just a feeling. It's a program. An ancient program that's been running in your brain for millions of years. And once you understand it, you might finally understand why it feels so good and why it's so destructive. Let's start with the obvious. Revenge is everywhere. It's in our movies, our books, our myths, The Count of Monte Cristo, Hamlet, Kill Bill, The Godfather. Every culture, every era, every society has stories about revenge. Why? Because revenge is universal. It's something everyone understands. You don't need to be taught to want revenge. You just feel it. It's built in. In 2004, a team of neuroscientists at the University of Zurich ran a study that changed how we think about revenge. They asked participants to play a game where they could punish someone who had wronged them. And while they made the decision to punish, the scientists scanned their brains. What they found was remarkable. When participants decided to punish, when they chose revenge, the reward centers of their brains lit up. The same areas that activate when you eat chocolate, when you win a prize, when you have sex. Revenge felt good, really good. In fact, it felt so good that participants were willing to sacrifice their own money just to inflict punishment on someone who had wronged them. They didn't care about fairness. They didn't care about justice. They wanted revenge. And here's the really strange part. The anticipation of revenge was even more pleasurable than the act itself. The moment they decided to punish, their brains flooded with dopamine. It's not about the outcome. It's about the anticipation. It's about knowing that justice, or something that feels like justice, is coming. So why does revenge feel so good? The answer lies in evolution. For millions of years, humans lived in small tribes. Your survival depended on your reputation. If people could take advantage of you without consequence, you'd be exploited. You'd lose resources. You'd lose status. You'd lose mates. You'd die. Revenge was a deterrent. It was a way of saying, don't mess with me. If you do, there will be consequences. And that deterrence was essential. It kept you safe. It kept your group safe. It kept your genes alive. In 2010, a team of researchers at the University of California, Santa Barbara, published a study showing that people who were more likely to seek revenge were also more likely to be respected by their peers. They were seen as stronger, more dominant, more worthy of trust. Revenge, in other words, was a signal. It said, I am not weak. I am not a target. I will protect myself. And that signal was incredibly powerful. But here's where it gets complicated. Revenge is not just about deterrence. It's also about restoring fairness. When someone wrongs you, your brain registers an imbalance, a violation of the social contract. And that imbalance is deeply uncomfortable. It creates a feeling of injustice. And injustice, as it turns out, is a powerful motivator. In 2002, a study published in the journal Science found that people would reject an unfair offer, even if it meant they got nothing, just to punish the person who made the offer. They preferred nothing to injustice. They preferred sacrifice to unfairness. That's how powerful the need for fairness is. So revenge feels good because it restores balance. It rights a wrong. It makes things fair again. And that's a deeply satisfying feeling. But here's the problem. Revenge doesn't actually restore balance. It creates a cycle. You punish them, they retaliate, you retaliate back, and on it goes. This is the revenge cycle, and it's one of the most destructive patterns in human history. In 2005, researchers at the University of Edinburgh published a study showing that revenge is often disproportionate. People overestimate the harm done to them and underestimate the harm they inflict. They think they're being fair. They're not. They're being blind. The cycle continues because each side sees themselves as the victim. Each side sees their retaliation as justified, and each side fails to see the other's perspective. And here's the really dark part. Revenge doesn't just affect individuals. It affects entire groups. It fuels feuds, wars, and genocides. It's the engine of endless conflict, and it's been running for thousands of years. But there's another side to this story. As powerful as revenge is, humans also have an incredible capacity for forgiveness. And forgiveness, as it turns out, is also an evolutionary adaptation. It's a way of ending the cycle, a way of choosing cooperation over conflict, a way of saying, the cost of revenge is higher than the cost of letting go. In 2013, a study in the journal Neuroimage found that forgiveness activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with self-control, empathy, and future planning. It's not a weak response. It's a strong one. It takes effort. It takes courage. It takes a willingness to override an ancient program. So what does this all mean? It means that revenge is not a flaw. It's a feature. It's a survival mechanism. It's a way of protecting yourself. It's a way of maintaining social order. But it's also a trap that can consume you, a trap that can destroy you and everyone around you. The urge for revenge is a reminder that you're human. It's a reminder that you care about fairness. It's a reminder that you're not a pushover. But it's also a reminder that you have a choice. You can act on it, or you can let it go. And the choice you make will define who you are. So the next time you feel that burn, that hot, righteous anger, pause, breathe, ask yourself, is this worth it? Is the satisfaction of revenge worth the cost? Because revenge is a dish best served cold, but it's also a dish that never fully satisfies. It leaves you hungry. It leaves you empty. And it leaves you trapped in a cycle that you can only escape by walking away.